things heating up. The world's biggest tournament is less than 1 month away. Stadiums in 3 countries, U.S., Mexico, and Canada, they need to be in tip-top shape. But let's be honest, is there anything more important than the grass, the pitch? Meteorologist Haley Meier joining us now to break down what goes into preparing that pitch on the world stage. There are grass experts, Haley, and they are working hard in the build-up to this World Cup.
Absolutely. I mean, they have been talking about the grass, or the pitch, as you said, for a couple of years now. They've been growing the grass for over a year. But not all grass is created equal in the world of sports, especially when it comes to soccer. The type of grass beneath the players' cleats and how it grows depends heavily on the climate, the sun angle, and temperature. Now, I recently made a trip to Tuckahoe Turf Farms. They're supplying the grass for multiple fields and stadiums across the country. There's 2 main types that you'll find: Kentucky bluegrass and Bermuda grass. But the environments where those grasses thrive are very different. I caught up with their turf manager on site just about a month and a half ago. Take a listen to what he had to say.
When you see bluegrass is as happier than ever. We got, days in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Night times are still in the 40s and 50s. That's where bluegrass really thrives. The Bermuda grass will start to wake up, when overnight temps start to get into the 60s, and then the hotter the better when it comes to Bermuda grass.
They're the yin and yang of grasses. Essentially, bluegrass thrives in spring and early summer weather, but once those overnight temperatures stop cooling off, that's when it starts to experience heat stress. On the opposite side of that spectrum, Bermuda grass goes almost dormant during the cooler months. I visited a month and a half ago. It looked brown, but he said, don't worry, because once the summer heat kicks in, that's where it really starts to thrive. Now, the World Cup officially begins on June 11th, so we're less than 30 days out, runs through July 19th, the largest scale of the World Cup we have ever seen. The time of this also means that it takes place right around the peak annual sun angle in the northern hemisphere. So it means stronger solar radiation and hotter turf temperatures. So let's talk about the sun angle here for a second. In June and July, based upon the northern hemisphere's tilt towards the sun, it is going to be at its peak. And so that means that you would think Bermuda grass is going to be the star of the show, but it's a little bit different. In Boston, the stadium over in Foxborough has the majority of its matches scheduled for the later afternoon or evening. Their first match is on June 13th. It's slated for a kickoff of 9 p.m. Eastern time. Then they have their final scheduled match taking place on July 9th. Average temperatures in Boston, they typically reach around 78 degrees in June, 83 in July, which actually makes this one of the cooler World Cup venues compared to spots in Mexico, Miami, Kansas City, all those southern stadiums. The grass that they have is a blend of mostly dominated by Kentucky bluegrass at roughly 85%, while the remaining 15% is a perennial ryegrass, which is a variety known for exceptional wear tolerance and a darker green color. It's the most gorgeous type to see on a pitch. Then that brings me to Philadelphia, where they have also sourced their turf from Tuckahoe Farms. Now, their games are also later into the evening, a little bit earlier than our friends over in Boston. First game on June 14th in group play at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and they will have their final match, a knockout round in the round of 32, on America's 250th birthday. Now, for Philadelphia, the stadium style, outdoor, lots of direct sunlight. They're also dealing with the bluegrass here, so they are loving that direct sunlight that happens. And over in Philly, average temperatures 83 degrees for June, a little bit warmer, 89 in July, which is why bluegrass is their more preferred style of pitch. But this is just a short snippet of more weather and soccer content to come. I played soccer in college. I've been to 2 World Cups in 2 different countries, so I'm so excited for this, and I'm cheering on the men. Although they may not be as great as the women in soccer, I think they have a good chance this year with their younger team.
We'll see. Looking forward to seeing how that all plays out. Haley Meier, thank you.